Dear everyone, welcome back to another thrilling episode of From RJ with Love. As always, I am your host, RJ Palhagi. So sorry about the technical difficulties this week. We'll be getting into it soon. But first, I would like to introduce, I have another special guest. That's right, I have more than one friend.
Hey.
So I have a very special guest today, my good friend, Caroline Newcomb. Hello, Caroline.
Hello, RJ Palhagi.
That's all you got.
That's all I got.
Well, going back to the technical difficulties, we believed that you were the problem.
Yes, 100%.
Because you ruin everything.
Yes, 100%.
Is that all you got? You just got your simple one sentences that are maybe 4 words long, and then you're stopping?
Yeah, pretty much.
Unbelievable. This is going to be very difficult. A very, very difficult episode. Well, apparently something broke in the computer. Mm-hmm. So I took it to the Apple store in Cool Springs. Have you been to the Cool Springs Mall in Franklin, Tennessee?
I don't know if I've ever been to Franklin.
Well, let me just tell you right off the bat, it is much nicer than Murfreesboro.
That's hard to believe.
Can you believe it? It's very cosmopolitan.
Oh, fancy.
They have a Macy's and a JCPenney. I don't know if we have that here in Murfreesboro. They had a Dillard's.
That's fancy.
But like all within the same vicinity.
That's fancy.
That's fancy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
They have the Apple store. It's pretty fancy.
Yeah, we don't have that. We've got a Verizon.
We do have a Verizon. I think we have an AT&T store as well.
Wow.
Look out. But with what's been going on with the borough, so last week I talked about we had the rain, blessed the rains down in Africa. Someone did that to the Murfreesboro and we flooded.
Yes.
This week it's been sunny, but we've been freezing to death.
Yeah, of course.
That's all you got.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is talking. You can give your thoughts, Caroline.
I think it's just Tennessee weather. We can't just stick with something constant. It has to be fluctuating.
Done. Well, now, so besides the technical difficulties, I used GarageBand to edit this and all. That decided to stop working, so that had to be all downloaded. But I must give hands props to the Apple Store people. I don't know if you've ever been to the Apple Store and dealt with them. Very professional, especially if you have an appointment. That's the key. You got to get an appointment. This guy was working on my issue, and this other couple who weighed, about 700 between the two of them. And they're like, there's a problem. I can't log in. And he's like, okay, sir, I'll be right back over here. This is loading. Doing it online, back and forth. Mm-hmm. And then he said it'd be done in 3 to 5 days. It was done in a day.
Yeah, I was about to say it fixed a lot faster than I expected it to.
Yes.
That's nice.
Faster than everyone expected to.
Yes.
Anyway, other than that, are you a fan of Taco Bell, Caroline?
I used to not be, but here lately, being broke and all, it's gotten better.
I understand that. What if I told you, because I now have beef with the Taco Bell. I'm not happy with them.
I see what you did there.
Thank you. How much do you think if you were to charge someone for sour cream on your tacos, how much should they charge? If they were to charge. I don't think they should charge in general for sour cream.
Per taco?
Sure. Like if I'm going to go, okay, and put sour cream on it. I'm not asking for extra sour cream. I'm just saying make sure there's sour cream on the taco. Should that be extra?
Me personally, I don't think it should be because it's a topping and
the
bottle is what, $1, $2?
Thank you.
Okay.
So I ordered a taco 12-pack. Mm-hmm. That's just 12 very simple tacos. Mm-hmm. And I just said, okay, I want meat, cheese, lettuce, and sour cream. $4.80 they charged me for sour cream.
Dear Lord.
Excuse me? $4.80? Is there some sort of sour cream shortage that no one's aware of? But Taco Bell is apparently aware of it, that they have to $4.80 people on sour cream.
Did they seem weird about giving you the sour cream?
I don't know. I just went, okay, and add sour cream. The guy's like, you want sour cream? I'm like, yeah, it's just sour cream, right? He goes, all right. And I just see, add sour cream, $4.80. I'm like, I don't know if I want it now.
Well, the question is did you go back and say something?
No, because I'll be honest, I was slightly intoxicated and I needed something to eat.
That's fair.
I mean, that's the only reason I go to Taco Bell. Mm-hmm. But now not even drunk RJ is going to go to Taco Bell because of this disaster.
It's a travesty.
I mean, I'm trying to think of other toppings on other foods. Like, if I go to an Italian restaurant and ask for marinara sauce on my pasta, are they going to charge me? Oh, you want marinara on your pasta? Here's an extra $3 for marinara sauce.
That just kills it. That had to have been a fluke. Like, they had to have pressed the wrong button because there's no way.
No, but it happened twice.
It happened twice.
Yeah, I did it once and I thought it was the fluke, and I'm like, okay, I'll go back. And it caught me off guard the first time, but I was like prepared for it the second time. Mm-hmm. But as I said, I only go there when I'm slightly intoxicated.
Yeah. So
I'm like, all right, let's see what happens.
So you've spent a total of like $9 on sour cream.
So I'm never going back to a Taco Bell again. I don't care how drunk I am.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. That's so expensive.
For sour cream.
I know.
If anyone knows anybody at the Taco Bell, they need to get on here right now.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
All right, now, this would have been better to talk about if it were more fresh in our minds, because we were supposed to record this on Sunday. It's now Wednesday we're recording.
Correct.
We work together at the intramural office. I've talked about intramurals quite a lot on here. Well, first of all, because this is some people's favorite aspect of the show, is have you any interesting stories while you were marketing for intramurals? Because I see some interesting people every time I do marketing.
Yeah. Nothing too crazy. There are times when people want to come up and you can tell that they probably don't have many friends at MTSU, so they like try and talk to you about personal things for a long time, and it's super awkward. See,
I don't have that. It must be, are these guys who do this? Because it must be because you're like a pretty girl and I'm me.
Thank you. No, I don't even think it's that they're like, it's been guys, but I don't think I think they're socially awkward. It's not like it was like a flirtatious. It was like
maybe in their mind they're like, oh, here's a girl that if I went up to talk to her, she has to talk back to me.
Yeah, I did. So there's good logic there. It was awkward, but...
What did they talk about?
I don't even remember, just personal stuff. There's always that random older person who doesn't go to MTSU but asks you for a flyer, and you're just like, what the heck? Like, why are you here? But nothing super crazy.
You must market more in the rec center than at student union then.
Yeah, my first year doing intramurals, I did the student union a little bit, but I haven't done the student union in like a year.
Yeah, so. I've been on the student union racket for this semester, and no one comes to talk to you in there. So that's why I'm saying at the rec center, people are more talkative and will come up to you. Mm-hmm. And first of all, socially awkward people don't go to gyms.
I went to gyms and I like to think I'm pretty
not
weird.
Gentleman gyms, the gym.
Oh!
For those of you who don't understand, Gentleman Gyms is a local dive bar for college students, predominantly people in sororities and fraternities.
It's disgusting, but yeah.
It is. Excuse me, I gotta plug in the computer. But it's dying.
I guess you're right. Socially awkward people don't go to the gym. But one of the times I'm thinking of, I was marketing in one of the new member dorms because it was...
yes.
Yeah. And that was one of the times that happened. And then another time was in the student union. Yeah, I guess no one in the rec has ever talked to me like that. That's when you see the creepy older people that don't go there, and they're probably there, I guess, to
work out or do some swimming.
Swimming, maybe.
Racquetball playing.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
It is weird. But yeah, it's nothing against socially awkward people, but people in the rec center are more organized and it's leg day and I gotta do legs.
Yeah, pretty much. But
I'm here to play basketball.
Just like that.
Basketball. They go to the checkout thing. Hi, sir, what would you like? And they're probably just fine, but they're like, hey, I would just like a basketball.
I mean, honestly, with some of the people that are at MTSU, I could believe it. You never know what you're going to get.
Well, we are the highest population of undergraduate students in the state of Tennessee. So we're probably getting all sorts of frickin' wackos.
Yeah, for sure. There's no telling what goes on inside the minds of some of the MTSU students.
I could only imagine. Well, anyway, we kind of went on a tangent, but as I was saying before, we were supposed to do this Sunday. We're doing it today, Wednesday. But last Saturday, you and I worked a dodgeball tournament.
Yes. Yes, we did.
First of all, it was a very successful tournament. It was for a charity, I believe, that United Way helps put on, and it was very successful. But I'm just curious where they find all these teams. These were all adults.
That's what got me. Like, these are adults who are
like adults, like
yeah.
30 and up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There was a creepy grandpa there. I mean, he had to have been in his 60s. Just, yeah.
Playing dodgeball.
Yeah.
And look, again, we don't have any issue with that, but it's just interesting.
It was unique. I wasn't expecting it. When they said dodgeball tournament, I thought it was going to be college-age participants. Mm-hmm. And then I walked in, it was not.
It was literally like the movie Dodgeball.
It was.
The teams from the movie Dodgeball.
It was.
And the problem was there wasn't a Vince Vaughn guy there who's like, this is the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Exactly.
Oh, no. Sorry I said shit. That's sorry, little Jimmy sitting in the back seat. But yeah, Caroline is behind on the show. She doesn't listen a whole lot.
My bad. I didn't know about it until like a week ago.
Little Jimmy is the person who sits in the back seat of this imaginary listener's car.
Oh, okay.
Who I have to apologize to every time I say a bad word or talk about something inappropriate.
That's really
We're not there yet, though.
Yes. Okay. That's very kind.
So anyway, yes, there is a creep. Just for the children. But yeah, so there's creepy old people. First of all, there didn't seem... Well, the police were pretty athletic. The
firemen... There was a
firemen were pretty athletic.
The fireman team that she was good.
But I mean, 85% of the people were non-athletic people playing actually a quite athletic game.
Yeah. Yeah, because you gotta dodge and throw and
dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge, baby.
5 Ds of dodgeball. Oh yeah. No, there were more teams than I expected too. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was crazy. The rec center was packed. Well, there was more going on, but like dodgeball alone, it was packed.
Slammed with people. Mm-hmm. And it's like, where do you find like 5? Most of the teams had like 6 or more people. Mm-hmm. 6 adults who have nothing better to do all Saturday morning but to go play dodgeball.
And they were into it. Like, I had one of the brackets.
Well, I can appreciate that, like, you're into what you're doing, but I understand what you're saying. They were, like, into it.
Yes, like, they were looking to see who they would play next if they won, and they're like, okay, well, watch him, look for the good guy, and, like, watch what he does. And I'm just like, it's charity dodgeball.
I know, it's not like they're gonna... They won a trophy, but they weren't... There was a trophy, but there wasn't any, like, cash.
Yeah.
It's not like you won, like, a steak dinner at the Longhorn.
It's just bragging rights to say I'm an adult and I won a dodgeball tournament.
But look, I don't want to cross the territory of, like... Because I do find it bad when, like, people insult other people's passions. Mm-hmm. And if you're passionate about dodgeball, God bless you and all.
Yeah, it's unique.
But I'm just curious about it.
Yeah.
I guess is where we're more at, is with these questions and thoughts, is the curiosity behind it.
Yeah. It amazes me.
It was quite amazing.
It was fun to watch. I will say, of all the things I've ever done for the rec, that was the most entertaining to watch and get paid to do. Now,
also, the one kind of disappointing factor was they had a PA guy.
Yes.
Chad.
And
he looked exactly what you think of when I said Chad and someone's mind went into your... he had, like, very, very dark complexion that didn't seem natural.
That goatee. That was
like a very thin but very black goatee. Mm-hmm. Enough Botox, he couldn't move his face.
Yeah.
This is what bothered me. There was a lot about Chad that bothered me, but here was the big thing. My parents raised me. I don't know how your parents raised you, Caroline, but appearances kind of matter. Mm-hmm. how you dress and how you look and how you stand and all that. It makes an impression.
I agree.
This man had a hoodie on, an oversized hoodie.
Yeah, the Tennessee Titans, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The front of it was tucked in on his hip, and then the rest of it was untucked. He looked like the drunk best man at the wedding when it's midnight and they're playing like YMCA.
Yes.
And everyone's just schnockered.
Yes. Yes, I could see that.
This man's wearing it at 9 o'clock in the morning at the charity dodgeball tournament.
But he killed me though. Like the music was so loud that you couldn't even hear him. So he'd be talking and you have no idea what he's saying.
And he was constantly talking.
Oh, throughout, yes. I mean, yeah.
It started about 8:30. They started the festivities. Mm-hmm. Game started at 9. And then it ended at like 12:30.
Yeah, I'd say so.
He did not stop talking for 4 hours.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And not a single dodgeball quote.
That is disappointing.
Isn't it?
It's almost doing a disservice to the charity.
I even asked him, and he goes, "Who wants to hear some dodgeball lines?" And I'm like, "Yo, right here." And he goes, "If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball," and then stopped.
That's it. That's sad. I mean, you have a duty. As this announcer, you have a duty. Yeah.
Exactly. A duty.
A duty. A service to do, and he didn't do it.
All right. Let's move on now to why you came here. We talked about this at work the other week, and I thought this would be an excellent thing to talk about on the podcast, and that is the Mandela Effect. Mm-hmm. And for those who are listening who do not know what the Mandela Effect is, could you kind of explain what it is?
Okay. So, the Mandela Effect is kind of controversial. Some people agree with it. Some people think that it's bull malarkey. Me personally, I think that there may be some truth to it. I don't know. Okay, so the theory is when a large group of people misremember something, that it's the Mandela Effect. And that some people believe that back in 2012, the world ended. And now we're living in this alternate reality that we didn't realize. And so all of these things that people misremember is because we're in another reality. Grant, I
could get you with the first part that people misremember things, a mass group. And some of the examples you've told me already, like, I can get behind. Mm-hmm. This is stretching it now.
See, that's my thing. I don't believe in the parallel universe or that the world ended, but I'm about to give you some examples, and I mean, these got me.
Yes,
and
let's dive in. The fact that so
many people, yeah, okay. So the reason it's called the Mandela Effect is because there's a large group of people that remember Nelson Mandela dying before he actually did. A ton of people have vivid memories of him having died in prison, and that didn't happen.
No. Because he was released, I can't remember when he was released.
Yeah, and then he became president.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he died in 2013. But a ton of people, I even have a friend who remembers, like, seeing videos and, like, learning about it in school that he had died in prison. And so that's why it's called the Mandela Effect, is because it's, like, it stemmed from this. But since then, there's so many examples. I'm trying to remember the main ones.
Let's go. So what do we have first?
The first one is Star Wars. Are you a Star Wars fan?
Yes.
Okay. What does Darth Vader say?
Well, see, I know this one because I am such a nerd.
Oh, okay.
I do know this one. It's
Well, everyone thinks that Darth Vader says, "Luke, I am your father." But
which
in
is
reality,
he says, what is it? He goes, Luke Skywalker. It's an Empire Strikes Back. See, I'm gonna really nerd it up now.
Yeah, you went here.
Darth Vader has chopped off Luke Skywalker's hand. Mm-hmm. He's on the little platform and he's crying and
just like that.
Yeah, literally just like that. Mm-hmm. That was a perfect Mark Hamill impression.
Yes.
And he's saying, like, Obi-Wan told me you killed your father, and he goes, No, I am your father. And
that
he just
was
goes,
really good.
Oh, thank you. And
really good.
And then he just goes, What? No! no!
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But the thing is so many people remember it and quote it in movies and TV shows as
You
Luke,
told me
I
about
am your
it.
father.
Modern Family does it. Mm-hmm. There's an episode in Modern Family where Phil goes to his son who's named Luke and goes, Luke, I am your father.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every I remembered it that way. Granted, I haven't seen the Star Wars movies in a few years, but I am a fan, and I always thought it was Luke, I am your father.
Yeah.
So that was one that got me. Another one, and this may not affect you, but this is one that was really common. The TV show about the 4 girls
Yes.
that live in a big area.
In a city?
Yeah. What is that TV show called?
Sex in the City.
Sex in the City?
Or is it Sex and the City?
Okay, everyone remembers that it's Sex in the City.
Yeah.
But it's Sex and the City.
Yes, when you first, brought it up and I was thinking about my guess, I thought Sex in the City.
Uh-huh.
But it's not that.
It's Sex and the City.
Not in.
Not in. But there is videos where people have taken videos and shown pictures of merchandise that says Sex in the City. Like it's on perfume bottles. There was a TV show series disc that someone showed. And granted, I guess some of it could have been Photoshop. But the one with the perfume bottle where it says Sex in the City, like, that's hard to do.
Mm-hmm. But maybe it's because Anne and in Sex and the City, Sex in the City, it's so the pronunciation is similar.
I could see that.
Like maybe fans, people who like, I know a lot of people, like it's kind of like a Game of Thrones thing. Mm-hmm. For all the people who watch it and are big fans of it, there is so many people who have never seen it, which I think is the same thing that happened with Sex and the City.
Yes.
So.
Yes. I mean, it makes sense, but
right.
That got me. Another one. Okay, Forrest Gump.
Yes.
What does he say about the box of chocolates?
Mama always said life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
He said life was like a box of chocolates. Everyone remembers it as is. Everyone quotes it as is. But in the video, he says, in the actual movie, he says, Mama said life was like a box of chocolates.
But, I don't know, I haven't watched it in a long time. Does Sally Field, who plays Mama, ever say life is like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're going to get?
I don't remember.
In the movie? I don't remember. If there's any...
have to look it up.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a long time. If anyone's watched Forrest Gump recently, let me know.
Yeah.
But then again, I see your point.
Yeah.
Everyone, if you do quote it, they quote it, as Tom Hanks, life is like a box of chocolates.
Another solid impression from
you.
RJ. Thank you. Thank you for that.
What else?
Okay, this one's kind of a spelling. But for me, I don't know. Okay, so the hot dog brand Oscar Mayer.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea of how Meyer is spelled in your head?
No, but I would assume it's Meyer.
Okay, it's spelled Mayer.
That's Mayer.
But
See John Mayer.
That's apparently how it's spelled, and everyone remembers it as Meyer.
I'm getting upset.
But it's I know. And granted, this one's kind of more nitpicky, but like that makes it Mayer, Oscar Mayer, Oscar Mayer. Like that to me, that's just dumb. Okay, another one. This one got me. I wanted to argue about
all
this
of these. You've said after all of these that this one has got me.
Okay, well, this one really got me. Okay, so the Monopoly Man.
Yes.
What is something about him? Like some features. Just call out some features.
Top hat, mustache. He has a cane, I think, and a monocle.
And a monocle. Except there wasn't a monocle.
Shut up!
There wasn't a monocle. I can pull up a picture and show you right now. But
let's look. Okay.
There is not a monocle. Everyone remembers there being a monocle. I myself have vivid memories.
So wait, this one on the left, he has a monocle.
Yes.
That's a fake image?
That's the one that people remember.
Yes.
Except compared to the one without the monocle, which is the real one. And apparently the people who made Monopoly and are over it have come out with a statement saying that he has never had a monocle.
I've been Mandela'd.
Mm-hmm. Mandela affected.
I've been Mandela affected. Son of a gun. What else is there?
Okay. Mr. Rogers. Sing his theme song. The first
I don't know if I could
remember.
do a Mr. Rogers impersonation, but It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day for a neighbor.
That's very good.
Could you be mine?
That's
Would you
very
be mine?
good.
I don't know. I'm also a big fan of old SNL.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've ever seen it. Eddie Murphy did a skit. I don't know if it was the 70s or the 80s, but he had Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood, where he was ghetto Mr. Rogers, essentially.
I love it. That's fantastic.
And for those of you who don't know, this is another nerd thing. I'll teach you something about SNL.
Mm-hmm.
When Eddie Murphy was on SNL, it was kind of like a dark age for Saturday Night Live. Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, all like the heavy hitters, Chevy Chase, Jane Curtin, all the heavy hitters had moved on to other things.
Mm-hmm.
And Eddie Murphy was like literally the funniest person on the cast, and he like single-handedly saved Saturday Night Live.
I mean, he's hilarious. So if anyone could do it,
it would
be
Murphy.
him.
Yeah,
for sure. He's so talented. But, okay, so back to what you said. You said it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Not the. Another
Honestly,
one that's nitpicky, but.
That's, I mean, I get it. I mean, I technically got it wrong, and that's how I remembered it.
Yeah.
Granted, I haven't watched it in years or seen the documentary, but. Okay, moving on.
Okay, moving on. This one it might not affect you. Some people, when I've asked them, they've gotten it right. Some people have remembered it. Like, somehow I remember all of these incorrectly. So
maybe you're just dumb.
Maybe I'm from that other reality. I don't know. I could be dumb. Okay, so think of it as it is on the package.
Well, first of all, I'm a terrible speller.
Okay, well then you're probably going to ruin this for me. I'm just kidding. Okay, think about it as it is on the package.
Okay.
Spell Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
Like the...
Yes, another good impression.
Thank you.
But
okay.
it is on the package.
K-I-T, K-A-T.
You're right.
Well,
You're
yeah.
right.
It's not C-A-T.
I remember it with a dash. I remember it as K-I-T-K-A-T.
Oh, and people remember a dash.
I've asked several people, and they remember a dash too, but there's no dash.
There is no dash.
There's no dash. I mean, I don't know. That one just got me.
Fascinating.
This is one that didn't affect me, but I have friends who were there when I found this, and their mind was blown, so I'm just going to see if it blows your mind, or if, you're like me and this didn't matter. Curious George. Did he have a tail?
I really don't know. I can't remember the last time I've seen a Curious George book. I'm gonna guess no.
You're right.
But that was just a shot in the dark.
Yeah. Well, for me, this didn't affect me, but I have a lot of friends who swore up and down that they watched
As a
Curious George all the time.
as a kindergarten teacher, this wasn't exciting.
I know, as a kindergarten teacher, you would think that I would be like,
yes,
no, we didn't.
Caroline's a kindergarten teacher, FYI.
Fun stuff.
Yes, she almost lost her teacher's license.
Before I got it.
Yes, and had to become a stripper. But
yes.
What was your stripper name going to be?
Well, Jimmy can't hear it.
Little Jimmy, plug your ears. Okay, you're good. Go.
I can't say it. It's so dirty.
It's okay.
It was Trixie Thunder.
Thunder thighs? Thunder bitch?
Thunder bitch? What's a thunder bitch?
I don't know. I'm just guessing. Sorry, little Jimmy. We got to get to the bottom of this. Trixie Thunder... Puss. Thunder Pussy. Oh my God.
I never said I was proud of it. It was going to be my last resort.
Were you going to be a high class stripper or just I mean that's that's almost like a pro wrestler name in the stripper world.
Well, if I'm going to be honest with you, I can honestly say people probably would have paid me to put my clothes back on. So
you and me both.
I'm not worried about high class here. But luckily it all worked out, I think. So we'll just see. Hopefully it won't resort to that. But it's good to know that you have a backup plan,
That wasn't my backup plan, but okay, great.
Okay, well, not all of us can have solid backup plans.
I don't even have a backup plan. Okay, little Jimmy, you could start listening now. Back to the Mandela Effect and away from Miss Trixie.
Yes. Well, Jimmy may like this one. He may be affected by this one. Okay, Disney movies.
Yes.
Think back to, I think it was Snow White, maybe?
Yes. Another nerd fact, the first full-length animated movie. was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Wow.
There you go. Learn a little something every day.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, so what did the villain, I guess, the evil queen, what did she look into the mirror and say?
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
Mirror, mirror. Everyone remembers mirror, mirror. She says magic mirror on the wall. Not mirror, mirror.
Ooh.
I know.
Oh my God.
And everyone...
Now this is even crazier.
Movies, yeah.
This is even crazier. Because they redo the fairy tales all the time. You know, there's Maleficent and this and that. There's a Julia Roberts movie where she plays the evil queen in Snow White that's called Mirror, Mirror.
Yeah. And that's not right. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Julia Roberts, you're wrong.
It's literally called Mirror, Mirror. The title of the movie is wrong.
Yes.
That's wild. Yeah, it's Magic Mirror.
Unbelievable.
This is where I'm like, maybe there is, an alternate.
Maybe.
You never know.
I don't
That's
know.
just weird.
If you own Snow White, please come over so I can rewatch it.
I think that we have to.
Yes, I'm not trusting going on the internet to look up any of these stuff. We need to go to source material.
We need to spend a whole day.
We're going to the library to get Curious George.
Yes. I can check that out at school tomorrow. We're
Perfect.
good. I'll figure that out. Okay, so the next one, again, this one didn't, I never watched Pokemon when I was younger. I wasn't allowed to. I had very conservative
they thought there was
parents.
demons?
I don't even know why. I don't know. I don't know. Moving on.
Some people won't let their kids watch Harry Potter.
I wasn't allowed to until I was in 6th grade. The witchcraft.
Witchcraft, I know.
It's evil.
The Girl Scouts of America, I helped do a Halloween event for them. One troop refused to show up because we were going to have witches there. And cauldrons and,
I mean, that was my parents.
God bless them.
I could not do anything. I couldn't be a witch for Halloween. I couldn't watch Wizards of Waverly Place on Disney Channel. I'd have to
They're
going to
be thrilled when they hear you're going to be Trixie Thunderpuss.
Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to let you down so soon. Okay, so back to Pokemon.
Yes.
Pokemon.
Gotta catch them all.
Okay. Pikachu. Did you watch Pokemon?
Very little, but I'm somewhat familiar with it.
Okay, think of Pikachu in your head.
Okay.
How do you remember his tail?
It's like a lightning bolt.
Okay, it's like a lightning bolt. Anything more specific? What color was it?
It was yellow, and I think there was some black on it.
It was all yellow.
Great! Great, Pikachu.
Yeah, right? Well, apparently a lot of people remember him having a little bit of like a black line on his tail, but it was all yellow.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here's another one. Spell Fruit Loops like the cereal. You may get this. Mackenzie Hayslip got this.
Another coworker of ours.
Yes.
Fruit Loops?
Yes,
like
I got it
toucan?
wrong. Mm-hmm. How's it spelled?
Fruit Loops. Is it FROOTLOOPS?
Yeah. Good job.
Good for me. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, I thought it was like fruit, but no.
You're just an idiot.
Apparently. Okay, so the next one is Looney Tunes. How do you spell tunes in Looney Tunes?
I'm a huge Looney Tunes fan. It's TUNES.
Good job.
Thank you.
You are making me feel stupid.
I'm not being Mandela'd.
You're not being Mandela'd. I remembered it as TOONS. Maybe I'm the problem.
Yeah, maybe you just didn't jump board on this alternate reality thing.
I'm like behind the whole conspiracy.
Yep. You're the one who ended the world.
That's fair. Okay, so in Jaws, whenever, they're dealing with the shark.
Yes.
And they talk about a bigger boat.
Yes.
Do you remember that famous quote?
Yes, I think you're going to need a bigger boat. Or I think we're going to need a bigger boat. I think we're going to need a bigger boat. Yes.
Well, the actual movie, it says you're going to need a bigger boat. But a lot of people remember it as we're going to need a bigger boat. And they made a remake of Jaws where they said we're instead of your.
Who made a remake of Jaws?
No, it wasn't Jaws. It was the one that they just came out with about the Megalodon movie.
Oh, the Meg, yes.
Apparently they tried
so bad it was great.
Reference Jaws, and they said we're going to need a bigger boat instead of your.
Oh.
And a lot of people remember it like that.
Okay.
Oreos.
What about them? I
Double
love them.
stuff. How do you spell stuff?
STUFF.
It's just STUF.
What? No.
Yeah, I can show you a picture.
Oh,
It's weird.
unbelievable. Fine.
It's. I'm sorry. Here's another one. Judge Judy never used a gavel on her show. Not once in all the years of doing her show. She used a gavel.
This is just getting weird.
Well, I'm just trying to help you. Okay, here's another one. This one, a lot of people are fooled by this. You can go to any college frat party and see people who have been Mandela affected.
Yes.
Okay?
Well, you could see them affected by other things too.
Yes, but this one's the nicest.
Okay.
Okay, so the movie Risky Business, Tom Cruise.
Great movie.
You know, he does that big scene where he comes out dancing and singing. Mm-hmm. What is he wearing? What is the outfit? The entire outfit. What does it look like?
It's socks, because he slides in socks. Mm-hmm. It's a dress shirt, like a button-down dress shirt.
What color?
I think it's pink. And then he's in his drawers.
Very good.
You can't do the movie ones. I'm a big movie person.
Okay,
so
that's fair. But most people remember it as him wearing a white button-down dress shirt, and a lot of people put him in glasses. When they dress up as Tom Cruise from Risky Business, they'll wear glasses and a white button-up shirt, and it's pinstripe, like pink pinstripe.
Yes, I do. In the dancing scene, it is a pink shirt, but the sunglasses are a very iconic thing to the movie too. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but at the end of the movie, there's like he throws this big party to help raise money. I can't remember why he's raising the money. I don't know. Oh, what was it for? Was it to repay the poor? Regardless, he's paying money, and he wears these aviator or Ray-Ban sunglasses, and he wears them for like 30 minutes straight.
Okay, well then that makes more sense that people did that. But for that particular scene,
no sunglasses,
no. And a pink pinstripe shirt, not a white. Yeah, so that was.
How many of these have you got?
I've got several.
I'm just curious. I'm having a blast with this. I don't want it to end.
Well, sadly, you just jinxed it because that's the last one I got. Oh. No. I thought of another one. Okay, here's the one that of all of them, this one's the one that affected me the most. And everyone thinks I'm crazy, and no one else has gotten it like I've gotten it for this one. But the book series and the movie series about a family of bears. What was it called?
A Family of Bears.
Did you never read them?
Oh, no, I think the Berenstain Bears.
Berenstain Bears. Okay.
Why couldn't you just say Berenstain Bears?
Because I didn't want to, give it to you. And then...
Berenstain Bears, yes. What about them? Berenstain Bears.
In your head, think back to the movie.
Okay, first of all, I have a big issue with the Berenstain Bears.
Okay.
The cartoon was on when I was younger, and it just upset me so much for a few reasons.
Okay.
Their names.
Okay.
Forever, the younger brother is always going to be called Brother Bear. And the other one's going to be Sister Bear.
It's a kid's show.
But all of their friends, it's like, hey, Dave. And he's like, hey, Father Bear.
Okay, yeah. I've never heard someone complain about that. You're just being picky.
But it's like, they're like, morning, Mr. McKinley. They're like, morning, Mrs. Bear. Why are they, because everyone's bears in it, are they not?
Yeah.
Why are they specifically named the Bears?
Maybe they're like the superior.
Or they're the Berensteins. Never mind.
Yeah.
But Brother Berenstein?
That sounds
he sounds like a sadistic rabbi.
Yeah. He sounds like a cult leader.
Oh, anyway, what about the stupid Berenstein Bears?
How do you remember Berenstein being spelled?
I couldn't tell you, but I would assume it would be Berenstein.
Yes, that's how most people remember it. That's how I vividly remember it, is Berenstein. I read the books all the time when I was younger. It's Berenstein, but apparently it's Berenstain. Like, it's pronounced Steen, but it's spelled Stain.
Who's the author? Maybe they're just an asshole. I don't know,
right? Well, another thing that came out was that if you look back and you look at all the books, like, all of them have Stain. They're all spelled Sain, even though I remember it and so many people remember it as EIN. But there was this one picture that went viral where someone had taken a picture of the back of a book, and I guess it was like with the information about the publishing and all that, and it was spelled Berenstain, EIN. But that's it.
You just said Berenstain.
Berenstain.
And spelled Steen.
I'm so messed
You're
up.
Mandela
I'm
to the
Mandela.
max.
I know, it's awful. But yeah, so that's the one that got me the most. It drives me up the wall. Because I'm just like, what the heck?
That's awful.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You have no more?
I have other conspiracy theories, but that's all for
Yes,
my favorite
we can go
Mandela
into
effect.
conspiracy theories. I have a list here of conspiracies.
Okay.
Figuring that we talked about the Mandela Effect, which is kind of a conspiracy theory, especially with that
The alternate reality
world thing.
part, yeah.
Okay, here are some movie conspiracy theories, fan theories that people come up with.
Yes.
Are you familiar with Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Yes.
The original with Gene Wilder.
Yes.
Not the crazy thing with Johnny Depp.
Yes. I remember the original one. Mm-hmm.
The theory is that Willy Wonka's a serial killer.
I mean, pedophile, maybe? I don't know about serial. Okay, what's the basis for this?
Well, and I can't remember it in its entirety, but they're like, the boat scene shows his psychotic side.
Okay.
And then he could very easily save all the children and the bad things that happen to them, but he doesn't allow it.
Okay.
And then you never see those children again.
But don't they... Oh, no, I'm thinking of
the one
new
girl,
one.
Faruka, the one that was the bitch. Sorry, little Jimmy. The spoiled one.
Uh-huh.
She gets dropped down the tube, and he goes, that goes to the incinerator. It goes to the incinerator. And he goes, it's okay, we only do it every other Thursday. And the guy's like, it is Thursday!
What in the world?
And that girl got turned into a blueberry.
Yeah, but that's not, like, dying.
They had to juice her. Oh. What if they juice out everything?
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Okay, that's weird, because it's like a kid's movie.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. That's the song from it.
Terror.
Okay, here's another one. This one, I've heard the Willy Wonka one before.
Okay.
Let me get your take on this. Home Alone.
Okay.
Yes. Macaulay Culkin, Joe Pesci, Christmas movie, cute, booby traps, all that stuff. The guy with the salt in the sidewalks that scared me when I was little. There's that.
Okay.
Okay, this theory is, do you remember Uncle Frank?
Uncle Frank.
In Home Alone. He was his dad's brother. He was the balding uncle.
Okay.
The theory is that Uncle Frank is the real villain of Home Alone.
It's always the creepy uncle.
Yes.
Okay, why?
The theory is because it's in the second one as well, that Uncle Frank's a real cheapskate.
Okay.
And he's Kevin McAllister's uncle. Kevin McAllister's father is his brother. And judging by the house that the McAllisters live in, they're a very successful family.
Yes.
And the theory goes that Frank has always been jealous of his brother.
Okay.
So he hires the wet bandits to... Okay, here, let me read it. The explanation goes that cheapskate Frank plotted everything from Kevin getting sent to the attic and missing the ride to the airport to cutting the electricity and knocking out the alarm clocks to arrange for bumbling burglars to murder Kevin.
Murder?
Yes. Why would he do this, you may wonder? Primarily to cash in on his brother's wealth by having him rob. But when when Frank learns Kevin has been left at home, the theory goes, and a quick screen grab apparently hints that Frank... Okay, I need to go back to this website and Home Alone Frank theory. Okay, let me look at this real quick. Okay. This is from Cosmopolitan.
Then you know it's for real.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, there are a few slightly... Okay. Kevin's father... Oh, my goodness. This getting deep. Okay. According to one cynic writer, the film originally intended to reveal that Kevin's Uncle Frank was behind the criminal activity the whole time. And as well as the fact another fan believes Kevin's father was in on it as well. Ooh.
That's messed up.
So, I don't know about that, but I should have done better research. Okay. Yeah, about this one. Okay, but Yes. Do you have any other? Maybe Uncle Frank was the killer, or
I wouldn't.
hired him to rob him.
I mean, it makes sense.
And it says there is a photo in the background. He's on the phone, and it says that he called Joe Pesci and the other guy when he found out Kevin was left there. That just to get rid of him. Mm-hmm. So.
That's creepy.
That is creepy. I don't know why some people in the world have to take things like Willy Wonka or Home Alone
and then go
dark
so
it.
far into
it. I just thought of this one. Apparently, Winnie the Pooh is a metaphor or a simile, I can never remember, for the 7 deadly sins.
I feel like I've heard this.
Each one represents a deadly sin. Or I'm maybe he's just a bear that likes honey, you asshole.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Have you heard the one about Friends?
Friends?
Yeah.
No.
This one's far-fetched, and the creators have come out and said, as
this
crazy as this
bullshit.
is, it's not,
Yeah.
But...
Sorry, little Timmy. Or Jimmy.
So...
Maybe you get your friend Timmy with you.
Timmy and Jimmy.
Apologize
to both. Okay, so on one of the season, the disc season covers, there's a picture of all of them laying in a bed together, and all of them have their eyes closed except for Rachel. Hers are wide open, and she's staring at the camera. Some fans took this as this is the entire Friends series is all in Rachel's head. It's a dream of Rachel's that they're all just pieces within her dream.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know, but the creators have come out and said it's not true, but it was all based on that one picture. People looked at it and then just went to town.
Okay, here are the top 3 that I grabbed. We're not going to go into them because these are the biggest conspiracy theories out there. Just give me your 2 cents. Secret group actually controlling the world, yes or no?
Are you referring to the Illuminati?
I guess.
One world order.
Yes. I call bullshit.
I don't think that there's a group that's controlling the world per se, but I do believe that there are groups out there that are secretive, that are very corrupt and evil, and that may be their goal, but I don't think that there's someone ultimately running the world right now. But I do think that, maybe in the future that could be a possibility.
Maybe. Okay. Stanley Kubrick faked the moon landing. Yay or nay?
I've heard this because I saw where apparently when they put the flag down, the flag moved as if there were wind, and there's no wind in
I wouldn't know. I've
space.
never been there.
Well, yeah, right. Well, yeah, but they came out and said that no, it is real, and that it was just where they unraveled the flag.
Buzz Aldrin. I don't know how old this video is. But a fake moonlander conspiracy theorist accused him of lying and all to people, and Buzz Aldrin was 80-something.
No.
And then Buzz Aldrin literally just clocked him one.
Good for Buzz.
I know, seriously.
I really want to see this video now.
Well, we can look it up.
No,
later.
I believe in the moon landing.
Yeah.
I think.
Just because. At the time, I understand why we were going there. We were against the Russians and the space race and this and that. Mm-hmm. But it's I think we could very easily go to the moon now. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. I don't think so. I think it was real. Moving on. JFK, who killed him? Was it Lee Harvey Oswald? Was it the mob? Was it the CIA? Who did it?
I don't know much about this. Kenzie's one who she's into this.
We'll get Kenzie on the show.
Yeah, you've got to get her to talk about that. I don't really know. I don't have an idea.
We need to get some wacko conspiracy theorist people.
Right.
You're just a Mandela.
I'm just Mandela and then random.
Do you have any, Caroline?
Do I have any? Here's one that there's a couple that are wild. One of them, this one cracked me up, and that's why it's so funny. A few years ago, there was a group of people who were convinced that Hillary Clinton was running a child sex ring out of a pizza parlor.
All right.
Apparently there was this guy, and let me see if I can remember what his name was or find it. Edgar Madison Welch.
Sounds very reliable.
Right? But he, like, really believed that this was a thing, and he thought he knew where the pizza parlor was.
Was it a chain? Was it a Domino's? Was it a Pizza Hut?
It doesn't say the name of the pizza parlor. It just talks about a pizza parlor. I don't know. Okay, so, but this guy armed himself. He had, like, an AR-15.
Oh, my God.
He had a maybe not a shotgun, but, like, a handheld gun and then a knife. And he, like...
Rambo. He's like Rambo.
He wanted to save them children. So he busted into this pizza parlor, shot at one of the locks on the doors to get in. The door opened, and he sees kids playing ping pong, and then he turns around, and there's a guy, like, literally with fresh pizza. Come to find out, Hillary Clinton was not running a child sex ring in the pizza parlor. As shocking as that was.
Shocking.
As shocking as that was.
As whatever people may think Hillary Clinton has done, we can scratch this one off the list.
This one's not on that list. But I just thought that was so funny that someone was so convinced that they actually, like, went to go save the children.
Oh my gosh.
So that's one. This is one that kills me. And I found
a
this
lot
the
of
other
things
day.
seem to kill you.
Okay, well, this one, like, my mouth was open when I read this. I was so shocked. Okay, so Donald Trump's son, Barron Trump.
We can't go into this one. I've heard about this one.
Have you heard about this one?
The problem with this one is we have to dedicate a whole episode to this.
Okay.
Because there is so much in this one.
Yeah.
So
this one gets me, though.
To be continued,
okay.
Like maybe 3 or 4 weeks from now, we'll have Caroline back and we'll talk about the Donald Trump one. Okay, I got one.
This one got me. Okay.
Oh, you got another one that got you?
Well, you go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Paul McCartney?
I know of him, yes.
He was in this little band, I don't know if you ever heard of him, called the Beatles.
Never heard of it.
Never?
Never heard of it.
Okay. Some people claim that in some time, I think in the 70s or 80s, that Paul McCartney died.
Mandela Effect.
And no.
Yeah.
Claim that he died, and that the current, because Paul McCartney is actually still alive.
Okay.
But people believe that Paul McCartney died and has been replaced with a fake Paul McCartney who's been pretending to be Paul McCartney for whatever reason to keep up that Paul McCartney's alive.
Yeah.
All these years later.
Yeah, people believe that about a lot of
celebrities. And then the same people think the same thing happened to Avril
Lavigne.
Yes.
I watched something on that this morning.
Of course you did.
I watched it getting ready. I know it was bad. No, I saw that where they think that some girl has completely replaced her and that their music is like the way they sing is a little different and the way that they look and the way they are in interviews is different. A lot of people think that. There's also a conspiracy theory that Britney Spears doesn't sing her own songs, that she has a backup singer. That,
she's a lip singer.
I don't know if she's... Maybe, I don't know. But there's just this conspiracy theory that the backup singer does the majority of the vocals. Because the backup singer sounds exactly like her. Like, if you listen to a video of them singing, she sounds just like her.
Oh, baby, baby.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Maybe you're Britney.
It's Britney, bitch.
Right?
Okay, here's the last one. This one's very interesting. Have you heard of this famous murder of what's her name? Joan Bennett Ramsey. Joan Bennett Ramsey? I think it's Joan Bennett Ramsey.
I've heard of the theory that she's a certain celebrity. Is that where you're going with
this?
Okay, I'll let you explain it because I don't know much.
Joan Bennett Ramsey, she was born in 1990. She was killed in 96. She was a child beauty pageant star. And this is one of the cases that, like a Casey Anthony or, I wouldn't say, but, like a Casey Anthony that literally took over the nation. Some people believe that Katy Perry is actually adult Joan Bennett Ramsey.
I've heard this.
Now,
why?
I need, let's.
Is it because they look similar?
I'm going to pull up the details. New World University, NYU local. Joan Bennett Ramsey is Katy Perry's Joan Bennett Ramsey. Okay. Child beauty which Joan Bennett was killed by her family in Colorado. 6 years old. However, theorists have a different theory. Was not killed the night. Instead, she was kidnapped, apparently as a part of some sort of Illuminati
Okay, Illuminati.
conspiracy. Her parents staged her death, and she later resurfaced as Katy Perry in 2008 with the hit song I Kiss the Girl. Their evidence includes the resemblance of Katy Perry and Joan Bennett Ramsey, as well as the resemblance of both of their parents. Okay. I'm going to put a poll up on the Facebook page, and we'll ask people if they think Joan Bennett Ramsey is Katy Perry. So, yeah. They say real or fake. Fake. Honestly, this might be the worst conspiracy I've ever seen. There is no real evidence other than white people look alike. And it takes a quick Google search to see that Katy Perry would have already been 12 when Joan Bennett was murdered. But who knows? That would be...
I mean, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
If that were a thing. Well, kind of piggybacking off of that, there's a theory that Taylor Swift is a clone of this woman who has this really high... She's still alive, though, is the thing. Is this woman that was a really, really high leader in a satanic cult.
Oh, my God.
But, like, look at this picture of them side by side.
Oh, my goodness. That is nuts.
She was just like her.
You have to send that to me, and we'll put that up on the poll as well.
I will do that. But yeah, there's one more. Well, two. One's really small. There's one I want to talk to you about. The Chuck E. Cheese pizza conspiracy. Have you heard about that?
No.
Okay. Shane Dawson just released this giant conspiracy video, and it's got everyone talking about it. But apparently...
Is he like a YouTuber?
Yes.
Okay, so he's
YouTuber.
fake famous.
Yeah, I guess so. Internet famous, fake
I don't
famous,
think that,
same thing. Well... He thought, okay, he noticed something about Chuck E. Cheese pizza, and that it's all different sizes. Like, if you look at the slices, they're different sizes, they're cut weird, and he came up with this theory that apparently a lot of people have also come up with, that Chuck E. Cheese reuses pizza slices. So, like, if you were to go and you were not to finish all of it but, like, 3 slices, they would pick it up.
You know what that's called? Recycling.
That's disgusting is what that's called. I'm about to show you pizza pictures, and then you can see.
You can't keep showing me pictures because I'll have to keep putting them up on the page. This link to this video, to this episode is gonna have so many pictures. Okay, yeah, I guess so.
But I mean, it's just like...
Or maybe they just have a bunch of idiots working at the Chuck E. Cheese.
Like, look at that. That can't be the same pizza. Like, that's just... I don't
just
know.
based on the pepperonis, I don't think that could be the same pizza.
I mean, like, look at the... Like, that doesn't even go with the crust. Yeah. But he went to Chuck E. Cheese in his video and ordered a pizza. And
How old is this person, first of all?
I think he's, like, mid to late 20s.
What made him... I haven't been to Chuck E. Cheese since I was 7 years old. What made him go back to a Chuck E. Cheese, first of all?
That's a really good question that I have no idea what the answer is.
Yeah,
but it's funny because
I don't need to put a picture of this.
I was younger, and my mom never let us get pizza from Chuck E. Cheese.
No offense to your mom, she seems like a bit of a crazy person.
She's a lovely woman. How dare you? She's a lovely lady.
Well, if you ever want to be on the show, Miss Caroline's mom, you're more than welcome to come.
Oh, I'm sure that
we'll talk about Harry Potter.
Okay, last one.
Last one.
There's this internet sensation. You may have heard of it, called Momo. Have you heard of this? Okay.
A Momo.
Momo.
That's what the cow says. Momo.
Yeah, but this is like a sadistic cow. Okay. So Momo is this... I don't even know how to describe it. I want to show you a picture for you to kind of get an idea of it. Momo is this evil-looking... zombie-looking... I don't even know how to describe her. She's just creepy-looking. That's Momo.
Sweet God have mercy.
That's Momo.
That's not a real person.
No, it's not a real person. But...
She's not a real person?
I mean, no. But they're using her in video. Okay, so... Whoever created this has this character called Momo, and that's what the character looks like.
She looks like a stretched out version of the main girl in A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
For those of you to help out, like it's
giant
like
buggy eyes.
Yes, and her skin is all stretched.
It's like the mouth of the villain from Batman series.
The Joker?
The Joker. I don't know why I couldn't think of
Like
that.
the cartoon one. It's like
yeah,
a cartoon
like the
mouth.
mouth being stretched out. Okay, but so
that's not like a real person deformed.
no, I don't think so.
Oh, thank God.
I think it's just that's not a real person.
Oh, thank God. Could you imagine?
But someone is using this face, okay? And they're attacking child videos. So like if you were
Oh no.
Okay, so the first person who supposedly discovered this, their child was watching a Peppa Pig video.
Oh no.
This isn't funny, you can't laugh.
It's a little funny.
Okay, so
it's awful, but it's a little funny.
It's terrible. Just wait, you'll feel bad for laughing. So they went after Peppa Pig video, so that the child was in the middle of watching this video,
well,
and all of a sudden,
I think I've heard some of this. I did hear that like YouTube Kids got in real big trouble because there was like suicide. I don't know if it was suicide video. Is this?
Yes.
Oh
so
my goodness.
Momo pops up in the middle of this video, and it supposedly has been on a lot of other kid videos. Momo pops up, and it's her face, and she's basically saying like, hey kids, like you need to go away from your parents' room, walk away from your parents' room, you need to go and find the sharpest toy you can find, or like toy you can find.
Oh my
you need
gosh.
to go to the kitchen and get a knife. And then it shows pictures where like in demonstration, I thought you had a cat, it was a shoe. I'm sorry. So then it showed a demonstration where they said now you need to basically slit your wrist open.
Oh my God,
yeah,
that's
and then
awful.
It shows a video of like a cartoon, like how to do it, and like exactly what way to do it.
How did they get past?
And then at the
Oh
very
my
end of the
God.
video, it's like, you know, if you start seeing blood, don't stop, you're doing it right. And then it was like, and if you don't do this, remember, Momo's gonna come visit you tonight when you go to bed.
Oh,
And then
my
the video
God.
cuts off and it goes back to Peppa Pig. And there are some people saying that this isn't real, that you know, people are making this up, but remember, I've been teaching kindergarten.
Yes.
I was teaching a math lesson the other day.
And some kid was fooling around,
And
watching YouTube.
Okay, well, it wasn't in the lesson, but I was teaching this lesson and I was playing a YouTube video to go along with whatever we were doing.
It popped up. No, it
No,
didn't.
I would have crapped my pants. No,
Oh,
it did
no.
not pop up, but a kid raised his hand to tell me that he is too scared to watch YouTube videos now, and he's not supposed to because he was watching a video the other day, and an evil figure popped up and told him to stab his parents.
Oh my God, that's awful.
Yes.
Whoever did that will rot in hell for the rest of their life.
I know. So
That's
it's just
awful.
crazy. But yeah, so that's
See,
Momo.
I wouldn't mind if it was like, have you ever played the Scary Maze game?
That sounds familiar. What is it?
It's this game on the internet, and you're going through this maze. You're a little block, and you can't hit the walls, and you got to get to the other end. So. It's very simple. There's a bunch of videos like this. Have you seen the car commercial one?
Yes, where it's a face. that
It's
scares
something
you.
like that. Like, if it's something like that, I would think it's
Yeah.
funny, which is why I was laughing at the beginning, and then it
Yeah.
took this very, very dark turn.
But this is like going after kids.
Yes, that's terrible.
And that's another thing with YouTube Kids. One of my friends downloaded YouTube Kids the other day to kind of see what was going on, and she searched Minecraft. And after watching a Minecraft video for 30 seconds, a video comes up that's like recommended for you. And this is on YouTube Kids. All she searched is Minecraft, and a Slenderman video pops up for her to watch.
That's nuts.
Like, Slenderman! And this is on YouTube Kids. Why is Slenderman even on YouTube Kids? Like, it just amazes me that they're targeting children.
Well, for those of you out there, keep your kids off the internet. The internet will ruin everyone.
Be like my mom.
But be sure to listen to From RJ with Love on the internet. We won't ruin anybody here.
Yeah, we won't tell you to do bad things.
Yes. All right, well, let's move off this kind of dark twist. Wow, we got really dark there. We've never been this dark on the show before.
I apologize.
Let's move on to this week's weird headlines. You ready?
I can't wait.
Let's hear it. Let's see what we got here. A humpbacked whale was just found in the middle of the Amazon rainforest, and no one knows how it got there.
No way.
This is,
Is that the picture?
yes, unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
And as always, I will link the, or not as always, but I will start linking all the news articles onto the Facebook page.
And no one knows how it got there.
No one knows how. The carcass of a 26-foot humpbacked whale was discovered last Friday in the mangrove forest of northern Brazil. According, believed to be just 1 year old, was found almost 50 feet from the river beach on Marajo Island, the world's largest island produced by sediment deposited from a river. It's likely that the humpback whale washed into the river mouth of the Amazon and was dumped on land as the tides pulled back. Well, then they kind of know how it got there.
Yeah. Can you imagine, like, a
You're
person just dropping it off and landing?
But you're just hiking through the woods. Oh my God!
Well, there's that.
Well, that's exciting. Okay, what do we got here? You ready?
Yes.
2 people arrested after buffet brawl over crab legs.
No way.
Yes.
Welcome to America.
Witnesses said diners were using service tongs like fencing swords.
No way.
Why not use, if you're gonna fight somebody, use a fork?
Service tongs. I mean, that's worth your money for the buffet. Dinner and a show
Dinner
right
and a
there.
show.
Yeah.
This was in Huntsville, Alabama, so it wasn't in Florida, thank God. Okay. Alabama police say a dispute over crab legs at a dinner buffet. First of all, who's going to a buffet to eat crab legs?
That's what I want to know. That's disgusting.
Like, the only buffet where crab legs are acceptable is if you're at, like, the highest of high-end rich people buffet. Like, if you're at George Clooney's...
Is there such thing as a rich people buffet?
Like, if you're at George Clooney's house for a party and he puts out a buffet for people to eat, there's probably crab there.
Okay. But just a buffet in general, I would not assume a rich person.
Yes. No, it's not like they're going to a buffet, but, they're putting on a buffet. You shut up. Huntsville police officers say that, Oh, there was a cop there when the fight broke out. Did he just watch the fight? What an idiot.
They should have used the crab legs.
Yes.
Hitting each other.
Diners were using service tongs like fencing swords, and plates were shattering, and a woman was beating a man.
I love it.
Diners had been waiting in line for crab legs for more than 10 minutes. What point you're not supposed to wait in a buffet. You just go through. Okay.
At what point do you stand there and you're like, that's it?
Yep.
I gotta get the tongs.
Apparently over 10 minutes. They lost their tempers once the food came out. What?
Wait, they waited until the food came out?
I guess. The station reports, oh boy, I'm going to mess this up. Chiquita Jenkins, Chequita, Chiquita?
Is that like a banana? Chiquita.
Chiquita. Banana Jenkins is charged with assaulting John Chapman, who suffered a cut on his head. Chapman was charged with disorderly conduct. Court records aren't available to show whether either person had a lawyer.
Imagine explaining, like, the reason you went to jail to future employers.
Honestly, could you imagine? I grabbed the tongs. He called on guard. It was for the honor of the crab leg. All right, last one. Oh, wow. Man allegedly faked own kidnapping to get out of Super Bowl pool payout. Police found him tied up in his pickup truck, but says he staged the whole thing.
No way.
This happened in Newfane, New York. So again, not Florida.
That's a
knock on wood.
dedication. How much did he owe?
Let's get into it. State police say a Western New York man faked his own abduction and robbery because he was short of cash owed in a Super Bowl pool. Troopers found 60-year-old Robert Brandel of Northern Tonawanda.
He was 60?
Yes, Northern Tonawanda forever.
Oh my gosh.
Tied up in his pickup truck Monday in a parking lot in Newfane, 30 miles north of Buffalo. Mm-hmm. Brandel, what is this? Told troopers 2 men involved in his Super Bowl squares. Have you ever played Super Bowl squares at a Super Bowl party?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so it's basically, there's this big checkered board.
Okay.
And it was the Patriots and Rams this year. And on this side, it's the Patriots. And up here, it's the Rams.
Okay.
And they put a bunch of numbers.
Okay.
And then you pick all the squares in the middle.
Okay.
Okay? So at the end of the first quarter, if it's, I can't remember what the score was, but if it's 3-0, I think it was 3-0. You go, whichever team has 3. So if the Patriots have 3, you go Patriots 3. And the numbers are all out of order on this side. And Rams 0 wherever, and then you connect it. Whoever has that square wins some money.
Yeah.
And you pay in. So he apparently did that. Mm-hmm. But he didn't pay in. They told the two men involved in the squares robbed him of $16,000, drove him around 2 days, and left him tied up in his pickup. Investigators determined Brandel had entered some fake names in his $50,000 squares pool, hoping to take most of the winnings, but instead ended up short for the payouts. So
50,000.
So he paid. I think that was the pot total, but he paid in on multiple squares with fake names.
Gotcha.
Hoping that
he would win.
Of probability, he would win, but he didn't.
Oh my gosh.
Brandel was charged with fraud and falsely reporting an incident. That must be just the end of desperation. You're gonna fake your own kidnapping.
I mean, it's dedication.
It is dedicated.
It really is. And it's creative.
It is, but...
Crazy, but creative.
But at the end of the day, he's an idiot because he got caught. I'd be more impressed if I met this guy on the street and he had gotten away with it. But you, sir, are a fucking dummy. Sorry, little Jimmy.
And Timmy.
All right, now it's time for this week's email. We did have an email sent in. It's been a couple weeks, so thank you for you who sent in that email. Again, if you want to contact the show, be a part of the show, please feel free to email us at fromrjwithlove@gmail.com, and your email will be read on the show. You feel, and you can jump in on these questions as well. We have a series of questions in this email. There's four questions. The first question is, if you could travel to 3 places anywhere in the world, where would you go? Go.
I'll let you go first. I don't know.
I would go to Ireland.
Okay.
I
like that.
New Zealand. That always seems very pretty.
Okay.
And Australia.
I like that.
Thank you.
I guess somewhere tropical. Maybe St. John or like an island.
What is St. John's?
It's an island.
It's an island?
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that island.
I like Ireland too. I want to go to Europe.
I want to go to Ireland.
That was good too. It was a good.
The Rolling Highlands. No, that's the Highlands of Scotland. I'd like to go to the whatever rolling things they have in Dublin.
Yeah.
Do they have rolling highlands in Ireland?
I'm so bad at geography.
Oh, God, what use are you?
Right?
And you're going to teach the youth of America.
They're kindergartners. We don't do geography.
So you would go to Europe. I guess that can count as a place.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, I would like to go to England and Ireland and somewhere tropical, like Bahamas or something.
Bahamas.
Yeah.
You have to be very careful about which islands you pick. Because there's more, like, stuff on some. Like, I've been to Bimini. But that's a very, like, big fishing island. Bimini in the Bahamas.
Never heard of that.
Well, there's like 60-something islands in the Bahamas.
Yes.
Bimini's one of them. You could take a boat from Fort Lauderdale and go straight into the Bermuda Triangle and hit Bimini in like 6 hours.
Wait, into the Bermuda Triangle?
Yes, back onto the conspiracy theories. Granted,
I would not go anywhere near that.
Yes, I'll tell the story on the podcast another day, to be continued. When we came back from Bimini, we almost died because we got caught in a storm.
Bermuda Triangle?
Bermuda Triangle, baby? No one would have heard from me. Okay. Next question.
Okay.
What historical person would you like to interview? Ooh. Anyone.
You go first. You can inspire me.
Okay.
I don't know.
Mine, without a doubt, would be Don Rickles.
He was funny.
He was so funny and so fast. I think just sitting and talking to him would be awesome.
Yes.
So yeah, Don Rickles.
Don Rickles. Oh, that's a good one.
See, you should have gone first.
Well,
top Don Rickles.
If we're going funny, then maybe Leslie Nielsen.
Now, I don't mean to crush your dreams about Leslie Nielsen. Because, as I am, I'm a big movie person. Mm-hmm. Before Airplane, Leslie Nielsen didn't do funny movies.
Really?
He was a strictly dramatic actor.
But then he came out with like the Naked Gun series.
Yes, after Airplane, that was
took off,
it. It took
literally.
off. Literally.
I don't know. I love him. I would ask him about his transition into comedy. That's
true. We'd like to talk to you about your transition, sir.
There we go. Yes. Many different types.
Next, question. If you could only keep 5 phone numbers of people outside your family,
Ooh.
what would they be? Ooh.
The police.
You have that in your phone? You have that in, like, your caller ID, the police?
The police, yeah.
You don't just have 911? You can't just type in 911? Siri, call the police! Police.
Is that a weed?
Police mobile number?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
5 is a lot.
The listeners aren't gonna know who I'm talking about. I guess
Yeah.
like best friends, obviously.
Yeah, I guess. I guess my boss. I think I'd have to just keep that one.
Do you just talk to Tippett on a daily basis?
No, I don't talk to Tippett on daily. But I think I would need to have my boss's phone number.
I mean, I guess if you're like trying to be mature about things.
Yes.
Then yeah.
Jimmy John's, obviously.
Oh, that's important. I didn't think about that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So
Food?
there, we covered that basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Food, our bosses, and our friends. That's all you need.
Food, bosses, friends, and
Yes.
we just draw them out of a hat.
That's, yeah.
What is the craziest thing you've ever done? Oh, where can I start? My family lost a boat once. That was pretty crazy. I was involved with that.
How do you lose a boat? Do you just not cherish it?
Again, that story's like 45 minutes. We'll save it for another time.
One.
Another time.
With all of our other things.
Yes. Craziest thing I've ever done. I mean, I've gone skydiving. I mean, I'm sure that's crazy for some people.
That, for me, I couldn't do that, so that's
Oh, it's so much fun. Definitely go.
I accidentally dined and dashed at a Steak and Shake in Knoxville,
Accidentally?
Tennessee.
How do you accidentally
Okay.
dine and dash?
I can't talk. I had $20. $20. And a friend of mine had, I'd put it on the table to pay and, get my change and leave the tip and all that. Well, a friend of mine, while I went to the restroom, stole the $20, and I didn't know it, as a joke. And so she was thinking that I was supposed to, look at the table and be like, oh, where's the $20? And I didn't, and then she forgot about it. So then we walk out, we're in the car, and we're driving. It's 15 minutes later, and she pulls the $20 out, and I was like, oh, crap. I was like, what? And she goes, this is... So sure enough, yeah, I did not pay for my meal in Knoxville, Tennessee. Sorry, Steak and Shake. I probably should have gone back. I was scared. I thought I was going to get arrested. I was also in middle school.
I think the statute of limitations has gone over. I think you're fine now.
Okay.
I don't think there's a warrant out for you because you dined and dashed at the
I was
Steak and
always
Shake.
terrified, though, that I'd walk into that Steak and Shake and my face would be on the wall.
Have you been back to that Steak and Shake since?
No, I haven't.
Maybe it is there.
I know. That's why I'm not going in there. I can go to another Steak and Shake.
We have to go find out. Well, thank you for sending in that email. Hopefully we answered your questions. And that is the show.
That was good.
That's it. We did it. We made it to the end. We got through all the technical difficulties.
It didn't break again?
Nothing broke again. Yeah. Well, Caroline, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
I hope you had a good time. This was a blast.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you again for being there. Again, please be sure to like and share and comment all this stuff. Our Facebook page is From RJ with Love, From RJ with Love on YouTube. And as always, I am your host, RJ Palhiggy, and this has been From RJ with Love.